Hey, thanks for the opportunity to showcase Work 365. Joe Almonte here from Work 365. And just wanted to focus first on just the four things that we're focused on as a solution: provisioning and subscription management. So we can do things like handle bundles, which I'm going to show you in just a few minutes. Billing automation. This is where our sophisticated billing engine is handling those billing scenarios such as prorations that tend to lead to revenue leakage. Help you to avoid that. Payment processing. We're integrated with a number of payment processors like Authorize.net, Stripe, Go Cardless. Customer self-service. We've got a customer self-service portal that's built on Dynamics Power Apps portals. And so this gives you the flexibility to even customize that and give a great experience to your clients. Really quickly, some of the feedback we get from our partners as to the benefits they get from the system: plugging revenue leakage and eliminating billing errors. We often find between 1 to 3% what we'll call revenue leakage. And this might be, hey, you didn't pick up a new subscription for a couple of months or a couple of billing cycles. Maybe a proration wasn't done properly. All these little things add up to revenue leakage, and we can help to avoid that through our automation. Scaling and growing recurring revenue. We've had a number of partners who have told us they've doubled in size without having to hire additional billing operations staff because of the automation we provided. All right, let's jump into the app. So we are built on Dynamics. We're on the sales dataverse, and you'll see that we're leveraging a number of those entities in the application. Jumping into our welcome screen here, we're calculating a number of different business metrics for you. We also have in-application training courses, documentation, knowledge bases to help you operate the application seamlessly. I just wanted to highlight a couple of our dashboards. So one of the more popular ones, Billing Administrator, but again, it's an open dynamic system. So you can build your own reports and dashboards as well. We're going to give you a bunch to get started. And then really it's up to your own imagination as to how you want to see things for your own business. Okay, let's jump into one of our main entities here, the billing contract. So this basically is where you set up the parameters for the billing relationship with your clients. So for example, what's the billing frequency? What are the payment terms? Are you billing in advance or arrears? Do you process refunds? So if there's a reduction during the term, are you giving money back, or yes or no? And even prorations. Are you setting up prorations, yes or no? And if so, are you doing it by the day or by the month? All these things can be set up individually for each individual client. You'll notice here also we're leveraging hot links back to some of the Dynamics entities such as customer, contact, price list, and some others. Another thing is setting up with your individual clients is what's the invoicing schedule and invoicing date. You don't have to do everybody on the first of the month or the 30th like a batch system. Each individual client, you can decide what date you want to do it on. Billing automation. This is some of the key features of the application. Are we syncing to an accounting system? We've got integration to Business Central, NetSuite, QuickBooks, among others. Are we sending this invoice from this system or sending it to an accounting system and they send it out? You can do it either way. And if you are sending it from our system, you can set up a number of different email templates as well as different invoice templates. Could include a pay now button. So when they get the invoice, they can click a link and pay by bank transfer or credit card. And also, are we auto charging this particular client? Maybe they have a payment profile set up with us. So you could potentially sync to your accounting system, send out the invoice, and collect the money all without any manual intervention, all automatically. I'm going to jump over now to subscriptions, which is kind of the heart of the matter here. And subscriptions really can be anything that's recurring revenue. Could be, in this case, it's a call answering plan sold to legal firms. It could be Microsoft subscriptions, could be third-party subscriptions, could be your own intellectual property, your own software offerings, or even a bundle. I'm going to show you a bundle here. So this is a bundled subscription, an individual subscription, but it's a bundle. So my sandbox company, my sandbox provider here is called Sky Blue, and this is their basic bundle, their own offering called the Sky Blue Business Basic Bundle. And that's the friendly name that's going to show up on the invoice because that's what they're selling to the client. But underneath the covers, it actually consists of some child subscriptions, including a Microsoft component that's embedded, managed backup license, support and migration plan, could be a third-party software, antivirus, whatever else you like. You'll notice the quantity on the child subscriptions is controlled at the parent level because that's what you sell into the customer. And then looking at an individual subscription here, this bundle, this is where your folks would potentially make changes to subscriptions. So if you get a notice the customer wants to add a few subscriptions, you can do it on renewal. You could do it in a date in the future. They tell you today, but they've got some folks coming on in November or something. You can set that up now in the system. The system will pick it up automatically later, so you don't miss those subscriptions. We're also capturing the financials on individual subscriptions. What's the selling price for this particular subscription to this client? What's the cost of the subscription? And what's the gross profit? So you can make sure you're meeting your financial targets at the individual subscription level. Also, we're capturing the changes. So if there are changes made, subscriptions added, etc., we're capturing them in a change log. In this way, we're not missing out if you add subscriptions. We're making sure that's going to get picked up on the next invoice run by our invoicing engine. We'll even do the proration for you so that you don't have to do that manually. And we're capturing all the information, who entered it in the system, who was the rep logged in, PO numbers, etc. We're also capturing changes that are made on the customer portal. So this way, we've got all the changes in one place. The billing engine picks them up. You don't miss any of that revenue. Let's jump over to the customer portal now. So again, the customer portal based on Dynamics Power Apps portals. We actually turn it over to you once it's in production. So you license it from Microsoft. You operate the portal. You can change the branding. You can add functionality if you like. Your customer, you invite individual customers to the portal. It's not open to the whole world. You invite them and you assign him certain role-based permissions. So in this case, my customer Bruce is logged in with his own Azure AD credentials, and I gave him admin privileges so he can access everything. In this case, he can see invoices, pay invoices, but we're going to take a look at the main function here, which is managing subscriptions. So if Bruce comes in, he can take a look at that same subscription that we were just looking at from the other side. And again, it's going to present itself to him as the bundle. That's what we sold to him. That's the name of the bundle. That's what he sees, not the individual components, unless we want him to see those. And he sees his own pricing as well, his own negotiating price. Now, also, to help manage the activity on the portal, you can set a number of different parameters, such as what are the rules for this individual subscription? Am I going to allow any changes on the portal? Am I going to allow just increases or increase and decrease? And all these are parameters you can set at the individual subscription level. So again, Bruce can come in. He can also see the same change logs we saw from the other side. This is great to avoid any confusion with clients. Did I already send that change in? Is it being processed? Or even scheduled changes in the future. I mentioned you could put in a change for a future date. He can see those teed up as well. Again, avoids confusion. Customers like this transparency. And if Bruce is allowed to himself and based on the parameters of the subscription, he could come in and do the same things we could do from the other side. Make a change effective immediately on renewal or a future date. Jumping back into the main system, as I mentioned, it's a Dynamics-based system. So you have all the functionality of Dynamics available to you in the system. So for example, you could create your own views and reports. The system comes with a couple of hundred reports built in, but certainly you can make changes to those. Also can create flows as well. So in a low-code environment, you could have different actions that take place within the system. And a lot of our customers have taken advantage of that. In addition, you've got the usual Dynamics functions. You can import and export data very easily for your own use and analysis as well. So really, it's a true dynamic system. All these functions are available to you. And we have many more functions available to Microsoft partners to leverage our Integration and Partner Center. But for now, just wanted to give you a high-level overview of the things that we do, the 4 things. And thanks for the opportunity. And now I'm going to turn it back over to you. Thank you.